Hotline host forum, and it is where I pass the baton basically to Gail. She's working. I'm working day shift. She's working night shift. You know how it is. And we are particularly excited also because this is kind of, we love Colin, right? We love Colin.
We love Colin.
But it is kind of funny that Colin wasn't able to make it on Women's Day. It's Women's Entrepreneur Day. So in a way, it's kind of appropriate that Gail and I are sitting here together as women. Yes. And yeah. So I think this idea of Women's Entrepreneurship Day, I mentioned it a little bit earlier in a feed, but that while I believe a lot in inclusion, and I think it's important that we talk about inclusion, but we know also that women are not starting businesses at the rate that men are. Internationally, actually in the States, the stats are pretty good. That women are kicking ass and taking names, but in the rest of the world, not so much. And especially, I think it's also looking at the statistics as to what kind of businesses are being started. So unicorn businesses are not being started by women, but, small solopreneur women doing yoga, women doing, hairdressing, women doing nonprofits and things like that. Yes. And I hope that doesn't sound extremely sexist, but these are all good things. So come on, it's a brand new world.
We need all the businesses. We need all the businesses.
So,
we each fill up a little part of our ecosystem and of our business ecosystem. And without one, if I didn't have my hairdresser, my hair would not be looking fine. And
that's right.
I'd be sad on my live stream. So, we need all of it.
I like to say, once upon a time when people would, position, oh, so-and-so's a doctor, so-and-so's a lawyer. And I'm like, yeah, but, when your toilet's plugged up, do you care? When the garbage men go on strike, who do you want? So everyone plays a role.
Exactly.
And I think it's exciting as a woman, especially as an older woman, and having watched the transition over time, that some of the tools have afforded us, have given agency to women in a way that they would not have had. And when I say given agency, one of the things we talked about earlier in terms of that ecosystem. And so one of the big why women don't start businesses is because they feel isolated and alone and not knowledgeable enough or not worthy enough to do it. They don't identify themselves as entrepreneurs. And through being able to get online and see how many women are doing it, and seeing that, there are mentors out there are programs out there are tools to help you get in and get in and get going fast. And it's an option for you.
Yes. What is what we're doing?
And thought, yes.
And thought.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's why we're hanging out here today, right? So
exactly.
Who do we have coming up today? Who do you have coming on?
I have Margie Suazo. She's actually coming up after one of your people.
Yes.
And Margie Suazo is I love her because I've known her since we actually were a part of a student organization together that represented 1.3 million students in New York State. And we ended up going to high school together as well. I switched high schools. So Margie has been an activist, a leader in doing the right thing. And she's a wonderful person. And she now lives in California with her family. And with her, her kids are grown, basically. I think her youngest daughter actually might still be in high school, but her oldest daughter, who I also love because she came to Copenhagen in an exchange program in college. So that was really super cool. And she's awesome. And she actually, a little bit too bad I didn't reach out to her because or maybe we can still get her, but she is a great example of, she's doing tech. So she's programming and she's she's of the generation that is super savvy with that, like you. But you look old next to her. Not because you look old, but because you is old next to her. And so she, she does websites and does development and is super cool. Maybe I'll, talk to her mom. Hey, put in a word. But back to Margie. Margie is an activist and she works on behalf of the environment and is about community engagement. And what I originally wanted her talk to be the sunny side of sustainability because she lived in California.
Yes.
But the actual talk is called Sustainability Soup to Nuts or
I like
Soup
it.
to Nuts Sustainability. So she's going to basically, talk about the A to Z of sustainability, why it's important and why it's relevant. She's going to do a little bit of a presentation and then we're going to have a conversation. And it's going to be super cool. And yes, you will love her because
I will
she
love her. I'm excited. I get to participate. Like,
yes,
I just get to watch it and like interact. I'm excited.
she's going to be awake.
And I have I
Yes, actually, yeah, the before.
before I have Brandy Lawson coming on from Fiery Effects, and she is like the embodiment of magical things when it comes to your website and making an impact online. And she supports women in their business and helping them create and leverage assets that will launch them into awesomeness. So
Nice.
if Brandy watches this, I hope that was a good explanation because I know all the things she does. And so it's she's just really amazing, and I can't wait to have a conversation with her about creating systems and creating your own ecosystem in order to have something that will sustain you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's you. That's what you do.
yeah.
That's what you do.
So we have fun working together,
Yeah, nice.
which is good. So that's who we have coming up today. Do you have any other thoughts you want to share about women in entrepreneurship?
Well, I think really the idea, I don't know why it popped in my head, but this whole idea of the quote, I can't remember who says it, but the quote, there should be a special place in hell for women who do not support each other.
Oh, yeah,
Have you heard that?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, yes, there should be. Should be a special place in hell for women who don't support each other. Because of the fact that women have been pitted against each other in many respects, and as also some minorities,
Yeah.
because there's been told that there's not enough pieces of the pie to
Yep.
go around, and so the frustrating part that when women come together, when women work to support each other, the magical things that occur, and that you actually realize that the pie is bigger. There are actually more pieces, um, or the pie is richer and better, and therefore you don't need as big a piece. Uh, it's really important. This is basically a call to action and a message for women entrepreneurs. There are a lot of events that are taking place around the world. In Copenhagen, I missed events because I'm here. And that is, I'm hoping that the women who are attending those events will get the support that they want, that they are inspired by the speakers who are going to be speaking, and that they dare to take the jump, especially here in Copenhagen, where the women are not starting businesses or staying in business as long as the men by comparison. And I'm not sitting here with my stats on the world, but that's okay because I don't have enough time to go into it at this point. But I believe later on I might address that a little bit more. The critical thing is that there are organizations, and I was thinking maybe that will be a part of a segment known as connections,
I
and
like it.
a new section, and looking into where can you connect if you are a women entrepreneur, what kind of, especially through social, like there are organizations that have millions of people in them, who have tens of thousands of people in them. There was an organization that I just read about that was talking about funding for women and coming up with some of these, looking for speakers. There's organizations who focus on sharing those kind of opportunities. And I think that could be a cool thing to have as one of our resources. Just a list of organization. Hey, our favorite Facebook groups for women entrepreneurs.
I like it.